Hello everybody, welcome to another Game Informer E3 2021 reaction video here on youtube.com/Game Informer. Thank you for joining me. Of course, if you watched along live with us, twitch.tv/Game Informer, you already got our reactions, but you know, we're here. In case you missed it, we're here to give you those sweet reactions to the Square Enix Presents showcase. Let's start off with the big one, and it's going to be our next Game Informer cover, launching June 22nd, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes,
wow.
Let's go.
I mean, I know we all saw it coming, but you know, a lot of people didn't. I know there was some leaks ahead of time. What do you guys think about
gameplay?
Yeah. What do you guys think about the way that they started off strong with Guardians? Liana.
Mass Effect meets Outer Worlds meets No Man's Sky meets hilarious writing. I'm all in. It's literally, I remember when Reiner first started looking at it, he was like, Liana, this is Mass Effect and Marvel. And I was like, holy shit, I'm in. Like, let's do it. And
absolutely.
Yeah, hilarious commentary, hilarious dialogue. That's what Star-Lord is. That's what that cast is. Like, let's do it. I'm excited to learn more about it.
Awesome. Alex, how about you?
Like I said, we had known, we had the cover. I wasn't in the cover stuff. You were Mr. Van Eyken. So this was still, though I knew this was a game, this was still a fresh experience for me. And I love the time they devoted to it. I think it gave a perfect picture of what this is trying to be. And Liana summed it up really well. And I'm still shocked it's this year. Like, I feel like they're announcing it the right way, but publishers still don't do it. Like, you know, 4 months out, 6 months out, announce your game, show gameplay, really make an impact. And this did that. And
yeah, what was like 18 minutes? Something like that. Yeah.
I think my only questions on it now are, how does it play? How does Star-Lord power up and differentiate himself as the game goes on? I don't feel like that was necessarily super clear yet, but that doesn't have to be, right? We saw somehow some of the combos are going to work, but like, how does he actually feel to play? I think it's going to be paramount to this, because, and then if they can nail the writing and that storytelling, they showed they're going in on licensed tracks, right? The music's going to be there. I am excited. This is definitely something I'm looking forward to for fall. And this may not be fair, because it's, you know, different goals, right? But this feels like the Avengers game I was looking for compared to what we got with Crystal Dynamics. So, and I know different devs, right? But this just feels like it's the contained, awesome story, you know, not a live service that I was hoping Avengers would be. So I'm excited. Definitely.
Yeah. And just for those who might not be aware, the game is coming out October 26th. You play as Peter Quill, Star-Lord. And it looks like, based on the footage that we saw, you know, you're going to be interacting with, you know, all of the Guardians. They showed off choices like where where Drax is like trying to throw Rocket across a chasm to open a bridge, and you could choose to encourage Drax or to stop him and try to find another way around. Lots of interesting choices like that. And like when that did happen, Rocket was like, it was essentially like the Fallout thing. Like, Rocket will remember that. So very exciting stuff from Guardians of the Galaxy. Then we got to look at Babylon's Fall, which personally did not do much for me. I think everybody here is about the same, so we can skip over that. But the big one for me, number one, we got Life is Strange Remastered. Did they say it was a remastered collection, Liana, or just the first game?
It's the first Life is Strange, and then Before the Storm, which is nice. And then if you pre-order Life is Strange True Colors, you get that for free.
That's amazing. That's a great deal.
Yeah.
Somebody like me, I have not played those games, and I've been dying to. True Colors is actually one of my most anticipated games. It takes place in Colorado, very similar to the town that I lived in while I lived in Colorado, and so I am eager to play it and to kind of see how they've kind of brought that environment to life. On top of, you know, having these empathy-based powers that the protagonist Alex has, and kind of like the mystery that they're setting up. I'm really excited for True Colors. It's coming out on September 10th. True Colors is, then the remastered collection is coming out September 30th. So I'm stoked. Alex, how are you feeling about True Colors?
I think this is something for me where I am curious about the story. The gameplay doesn't necessarily look like that enthralling to me, but I've never played the first games, and I think this could be a good opportunity for me to try this out, because I've always heard good things, but I was so put off by the episodic release window schedule of it. I was just like, it's not for me. But now it sounds like I don't have an excuse anymore, and it's like one of those series. Not episodic
anymore.
No. It's one of those series, right? And I feel like we all have it, where people talk it up and how great it is. And I acknowledge that it's just never I've never given it a shot. So like, you know,
I think
maybe
that's fair.
now's the time.
There's a lot of times there's really good games out there that you just don't vibe with, and that's fine. We did talk to the creative director of the game, and he did say that for those that liked the episodic, because the episodic was kind of nice because it was just like, what are we gonna get next? But then other people like you were like, I want to just enjoy the game. So the way it's set up is still a chapter based, just you can play it one after another, but every chapter ends on a cliffhanger. So if you did like that, there's still that, they wanted to honor the original format without limiting you to that format, which I thought was really cool. And yeah, Alex Chen seems dope. She's a Seattle dwelling, guitar playing hipster badass. I'm stoked. I loved Max and Chloe in the first game. And I loved Life is Strange 2 with the brothers. I thought that game was highly underrated. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm ready to cry because that's what Life is Strange is.
Here's the only problem with when Life is Strange True Colors comes out. And September right now is absolutely loaded to the gills.
Yeah,
like I cannot believe it. Everything from indies that I'm excited for, like Lake and Sable, to some bigger stuff like Deathloop, Rainbow Six Extraction, like Diablo 2 Resurrected, like
oh God.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know when I'm gonna play anything, you know, because it's just so much.
Yeah, it is. Speaking about so much, we had one big announcement left, and we're getting so much Final Fantasy. That was where I was going with that segue. Not only did we get, there's some Final Fantasy games coming to Steam and mobile, but the big one, there is a Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin. It's coming 2022. It looks dark. It looks angsty. It looks like an action Final Fantasy game. Liana, I'm gonna go to you. What are you thinking?
All right. What did we talk in our predictions video? We were talking about wanting an Origins. I'm trying not to be negative. You guys know I love to try to put positive spins on things when I can. It looked like ass. It looked so bad. It looked. It
didn't do much for me. I don't think our resident JRPG expert Kimberly Wallace. It sounds like it didn't do much for her either. I haven't checked to see what folks like Dan thought, but yeah,
sure. We don't have long to find out what this game is because the demo is supposedly out today.
Yeah, we're gonna check it out. I think
tabs on it. It just seemed muddied. Like, what is this? Who is this? Devil May Cry? Like
they kept saying chaos. So
chaos. It's like when Capcom would talk about Ethan Winters, like Ethan Winters. Like, what, bro, we get it. That's his name. I guess, I'm gonna play the demo, or I want to play the demo, see if we can give this a shot. I need to know more about this, but especially coming off of Microsoft, I was not wowed. Which is the bummer.
Unfortunately, that was a lot of the vibe of the Square Enix conference for me. Guardians was a highlight. I'm excited for that game.
Yeah.
But it was tough coming after Microsoft. Like they had tough act to follow. For sure.
I am a little frustrated. This may be gamer entitlement, and I apologize. I'll walk it back. I am excited by Final Fantasy for the first time in my life. With Final Fantasy VII Remake. And there are some places to play the old Final Fantasy games. Why the hell is that Pixel Perfect collection not on Switch?
Yeah,
it makes absolutely no sense. What is Square and Nintendo doing where like they're not putting those games on that system where it would be absolutely perfect for? I don't. Maybe we'll find out. Maybe Nintendo will have something,
Maybe.
But like, I was super excited because I was like, sweet, this is gonna be my first chance to really experience this series.
Yeah.
And the counter to that is, well, play it on PC, play it on mobile. I hate playing on mobile. My PC is for work. Like, this just isn't for me. Like, and that's a bummer because I feel like these games should be more accessible with how important they are, especially Final Fantasy 3 or 6, or depending on where you are in the world. Like, I really want to play that, but
I think you'll get a chance eventually. I can't imagine like they would sit on that pile of cash they would get by releasing on Switch, but for some reason it's not right now, and that's okay. And
really been doing good decisions lately. So I mean, Wonderland and
yeesh. Yeah.
Well, we're going to wrap it up there. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to this reaction video. On the cheery note, it's okay. Hey, that's what we're here for. We are honest. We're going to give you our opinions. And, you know, sometimes you might not like them, and that's okay. But thank you regardless. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it. I can't talk. It's been a long day, long week. It's Sunday, baby. Be sure to like the video on YouTube, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and watch along live with me and Alex over at twitch.tv/GameInformer. And for all the news, the coverage, the interviews, head over to GameInformer.com/E3. That is our E3 2021 hub. You can get all of the news, all the fun stuff that you need to know right there. If you haven't, follow Alex at Studnik76, follow Liana at Dirty Effin' Hippie, and follow me at It's Van Aken. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.